Welcome to my Days of Our Lives official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Chad vows to make effects right while visiting Abby's grave, and Everett has an unsettling hypnosis session lying in Harris' arms in bed. Ava notes it's 4 in the autumn. They should presumably get up. Harris prodigies if she's got nearly differently to be. She says no. Her son is safe, and her business mate is in captivity. He asks if she has nearly she'd rather be. Surely not. They kiss deeply. Stephanie finds Julie looking at fabric tapes in the recently painted Horton living room. Julie is thankful she came to give a fresh youthful opinion on interior design, but she also allowed. Stephanie could use the diversion from Everett. Trying not to suppose about him, Stephanie brings up the time capsule. Julie still can't find the key to open it. Stephanie suggests taking to the internet for ideas. Julie is on board, but right now, she needs to finish restoring the house. Further Days stars battle it out on weakest link in the Horton house. Julie holds up color and fabric tapes toward the fireplace wall. A graduation stands near. When Everett comes to Marlena's office, he rethinks hypnotism. He wants to know the verity, but he's hysterical of what he might find out. Marlena assures him they'll stop at any point he doesn't feel suitable to continue. He agrees to give it a shot. Chad visits Abby's grave with flowers. Pouring coffee from a thermos, he tells her about the kiddies' Easter egg quest and staying at the Kiriaki's manse until the Horton house is repaired. Condemning himself, he apologizes for Clyde escaping. He just wanted to make Clyde pay for killing her, but rather, Clyde tried to kill their babies by burning down the family home. Chad chokes up. I let you down, baby, and I let your family down. He vows to make it right. As Johnny helps Chanel close sweet bits, she gets a last, nanosecond order. He offers to help her with it. Before they get to it, they bandy using the isolated Horton cabin for their honeymoon. As he helps her knead dough, he kisses her neck, and they start making out. Chanel stops, noting it's a health law violation to have coitus in the kitchen. She suggests they do it in the storeroom on flour bags, which can be thrown out subsequently, and thus much more aseptic. Wearing pink aprons in the Sweetbits kitchen, Johnny and Chanel beam flirtatiously at the Horton house. Stephanie tells Julie how Jada indicted her of ignoring the signs that Everett was married. She wonders if she's right. Julie is sure she's not. Stephanie vacillates between being frenetic at Everett and not being sympathetic enough to what he's going through. Julie tells her to forget him. She should take care of herself and lean on family, who'll get her through it. Chad arrives to check out Thomas and Charlotte's refashioned bedroom. Further interdicted Love and Days promo at the Horton house. Julie and Stephanie turn to watch Chad tromp into the living room. While under hypnotism, Everett smiles wide upon seeing his mama, Helen, at a beck. He calls her awful, elegant and strong. He recalls that she likes to singe. When Marlena asks if Everett has commodity he'd like to ask her, Everett's smile fades and his expression twists. Why do you do it, Mom? As he grows more worried, Marlena assures him he's safe. Everett disagrees and flashes to an image of himself in darkness, wearing a minatory expression. In bed, Harris eats French toast that Ava made. She's pining pasta and suggests they go to the unrestricted bistro for a private regale. They plan the menu between kisses, but Harris doesn't need a fancy mess when he has her. He plants a moping kiss on her. Since they've been burning a lot of calories and will burn a lot more, they decide going to the bistro is a good idea. But first, they'll shower together. Further Tate recast. Sitting in bed, Ava cozies up to Harris. Food on a charger sits over his stage. After checking out the kiddies' room, Chad returns with a rave review. When Julie makes a point to leave them alone, Chad asks Stephanie about Everett/Bobby. She tells him she's thinking of quitting as the paper's PR establishment. He offers to fire Everett rather. She tells him not to do that, at least not yet. As they talk about the house, Chad blames himself for Clyde escaping and for the fire. Stephanie assures him it's not his fault and advises he lean on everyone who cares about him. When Julie returns with sandwiches, Stephanie leaves to meet an implicit new customer. Along with Julie, Chad apologizes for the house. She assures him it's not his fault. She criticized him for a minute, but she was veritably wrong. He tears up as he recounts visiting Abby's grave. Some days, he feels he's doing his stylish raising the kiddies without their mama, and other days, he feels as if he's failing. Moment is one of those days. I miss her so much all the time, he cries. She tells him the family is there for him. That's why she's rebuilding the house. It's a symbol that means family and love and stopgap. Further, another world. Alum returning to days. Everett gapes despondently in Marlena's office. Through labored breaths in Marlena's office, Everett relays he only sees darkness. His eyes close tight, and his features twitch. Marlena brings him out of hypnotism and asks what he flashed back. He stands defensively, saying it's fuzzy. She suggests they deal with whatever is blocking him in his coming session. He strictly agrees and hurries out. Stephanie finds Everett having a drink alone at the cantina. He tells her he saw commodity that spooked the hell out of him while under hypnotism. Stephanie stands at Everett's table in the cantina. He movements at the empty president across from him. Next, on Days of Our Lives, Jade is skeptical of Everett, and Sarah and Xander maintain his case to Rafe. Crush crisis as young suckers can't stay piecemeal. Holly and Tate run down together. Days of Our Lives and rumors tease, there seems to be a ardent crush extremity brewing as a brace of youthful would-be suckers can't stay piecemeal. Tate Black and Holly Jonas are being interdicted to see each other, but the Romeo and Juliet brace and observe. Days of Our Lives. Brady Black and Teresa Donovan forbade Tate Black since Holly's concession at Jude Brady's christening that she overdosed on her own medicines. Brady Black prescribed Tate to see her. E.J. DiMera had formerly interdicted her to see Tate, and that was followed with an arrest for his breaking and entering. That was before Holly's admission. Days of Our Lives. Spoilers. Crush crisis as young suckers can't stay piecemeal. Holly and Tate run down together. Now both sets of parents, E.J. and Nicole DiMera and Brady and Teresa Donovan, are dead set against the would-be couple coupling. But Tate and Holly both have different ideas, and they not going to stay piecemeal. Brady and Teresa catch them kissing, and that only makes effects worse. Now that Holly has detached from the important aged and now married family Johnny DiMera, her heart belongs to Tate. DOL. Romeo and Juliet? The youthful Romeo and Juliet come up with a much less morbid idea than the original brace of Shakespearean suckers who were lift and die, emphasis on the bones. They lift, but the dying part isn't all that seductive, especially after Holly's experience of being in a coma for several months thanks to overdosing on her own medicines. The situation becomes so intolerable for both that they decide to run down together. Both of them have trust finances, and they decide to hack into them. Neither of their parents have any idea of the effects that they know how to do, being so involved with their own lives most of the time. Days of Our Lives. Where to, and how will they get there? Holly and Tate know they will have to leave in the nothingness of night while everyone's asleep, but where will they go and how will they get there? They can always use their parents' credit cards, since neither Brady or Nicole feel to be smart enough to lock them down. Holly mentions the need to disable the GPS on their phones so their parents can't track them, or police, that way they can be in control. Tate reminds her their phones can still be tracked if they make phone calls, although he's not sure about textbook dispatches. They presumably need to get what people call burner phones, so they can communicate their parents to let them know they're okay, but that's it. Stephanie and Everett have a heart-to-heart talk. Days of Our Lives. Stephanie Johnson and Everett Lynch talk about their relationship. DOL. Spoilers reveal that Stephanie Johnson and Everett Lynch have a heart-to-heart discussion. Everything sounded to be going okay between the on-again couple. Still, when Stephanie set up that Everett was Jada Hunter's ex-husband, Bobby Stein, she took a step back. Of course, she wanted to give Everett the benefit of the mistrustfulness. Days of Our Lives. Appearances and goings. Everett Lynch. Days of Our Lives. Spoilers. Everett Lynch peacock after he visited the sanitarium. His gal learned that Everett Lynch suffered from a traumatic brain injury. Further, her pater set up